Yes, my peoples, what's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and it's Ashctizzy here. Football Chit Chat Show, episode 6. Glad to have you, Mandem. Mandem, introduce yourself. My mics, let them know.
Back again, number 6, lucky number in that. But yeah, man, it's Mike. We're back, another episode. Couple new guests on tonight's show as well. You know, let's go, man.
That's it, man. Always welcome, man.
This Matt back in the net podcast. Listen, I've been wanting to jump on these for a while. You know, it's been like one of them. We've been missing each other, but
yeah, man.
Listen, I'm here, and you know what? You said episode 6. My birthday, 6th of June, man. It's a sign.
Come on, man. It's only right, man. It's only right. The stars are aligning, bro.
Let's go.
On match day shows, whatever you want to call me, just started this United thing. Obviously, been clubbing with Ash. We've been trying to make things happen. Same. We're like, timing's been off, but we're here today. Do you know what I'm saying? We're here to get into it, man. It's good to see everyone.
That's it, man. And that's what it is. Obviously, as much as all the man them love talking football, life's in it, and people have things to do. And you know what I'm trying to say, we understand it. But as long as every now and again, man, we can link up and just debrief and just talk about the football, man. That's what matters, man. But I'm gonna get straight into it, boys, man. Because for me, it's annoying, man. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's peeing me off, but international breaks, man. International breaks, and I want to talk about injuries, and I don't want to say fake injuries, but obviously we saw Saka the other day. He kind of come off. Now I'm hearing some people say, "Oh, Saka's out for months," and I'm also hearing some people say, "Nah, Saka's just he's taking it light. He knows that Arteta would say if you're feeling anything, then you have to come off." So I want to know what you lot think, man. What do you think of this whole like international breaks? Do you think like it's too much? Do you think that it is risking players to get more injuries, or do you think that it should be part of the game that we're used to?
It's dead, man. It's dead. It's dead. My life, I'd rather go sit over market and watch the bar. What was I watching the other day from about listening to some blind walking football thing? I was like, oh, this sounded interesting. Leighton Orient walking squad beast, blah blah. Like, hey, and like today, like playing FIFA, one of the men were like, hey, what England's on? So I'll swear down, dead, man. And it comes, you know what it is? It just comes at inconvenient times, innit? When you don't want it.
Hey, depends what team you support.
You might as well be an international break for the rest of the season, boy. Maybe next 3 years, but dead. And like, it's not even that. It's the injuries, like you said. Are they injured? Like, give Saka a week off, man. He don't need to go play in this.
But Arteta's the type of manager that will see this, and Saka will play 90 minutes next week, though. Saka will still play 90 minutes.
You know what it is, though? I feel like, obviously, Ferguson used to do it as well. Like, he would get the players to, like, you see it, they withdraw, or they'll like, say, for example, I don't think Saka's injured, bro. How many times have we seen Saka pretend to be in? I feel like Arteta told him, you know, you got fixtures coming up. Do you know what I mean? You got Bournemouth, then you got quite a tricky run. Just said, look, Saka in that game just come off. Do you know what I mean? It's nation leagues, bro. No one cares about it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not I don't know why the players already complain about too many games on their schedule. There's a lot of injuries going on constantly. So it's just like, yeah, man, no one cares about nation league. The only time we care about international football is there's a World Cup, there's a Euros or something, America or something. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, no one's checking for international football. No one cares. England lost against Greece. As bad as it is, no one cares, bro. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah. It's the truth, man. And I feel like obviously they're almost like glamorized friendlies. Like if you call them friendlies, nobody's gonna care. But if you kind of add that little edge and say Nations League and there's a B division, there's an A division, it kind of gives people that false sense of there's something to play for. But for me, it's a waste of time, man. Matt, what do you think on it?
You know what? At the end of the day, it's football, isn't it? Us, man, we love football, club. We used to love international football back in the day, but it's just too many friendlies. Like, I'm not against friendlies as a whole. It's just too many. And I think it's the timing. Like, you start the season and you imagine, like, I know you're United, you're not happy. You don't want United to come back. No, but it's just a natural thing of club football gives you the buzz, innit? So, like, you got the buzz, and especially when your team have come off a good result, you're like, can't wait till next week. And you look at the fixture, it's like, why am I waiting 3 weeks for the next game? You're like, it drives you insane. And I feel like for the players, it's too much as well. You've just come off a major tournament. And if you look at it, a lot of the players that complained are now seriously injured. Son obviously injured. Rodri coming complained as well. And when you've got these type of players that don't mind playing, like Rodri, I swear he didn't miss a game. Was it the last season before? Like
Rodri,
you know what I mean? When you've got players that
I think he missed the game through suspension, but it wasn't through injury.
Yeah, like never injury. It's too much, and I swear there's like 12 ACLs already. Like in October, it's
Spain
too much.
Spain lost 2.
You know what I mean? And they've got another one in November, and it's like you can't get your season kick-started. If you're a player, you're like, I can't get into the rhythm for my club because I've got to go international, come back. But there are players that run on match fitness. So I think someone like a Declan Rice, I think for him it's important to get the minutes on his belt because he's a machine anyway. So, to keep match practice, but not 2 90-minute games. And that's my only concern with a lot of these managers. You have 2 games, you want to play one, like Saka 1 game, cool. Rest him the next. But they want to play you 2 90 minutes, then you've got to play in the weekend. It's too much football for these lot, honestly.
And all that travelling as well, man, you account for. You know
it's mad.
It's crazy, fam.
Yeah, traveling is crazy. Obviously,
we're 7 games in, 2 international breaks.
Right. Quick thing. Let me just put it out there. Traveling's a mad thing, they're not traveling on no Ryanair 99p flight.
I hate it, but you know what?
You say that, listen, you say that, and obviously I've been very
see the man them laying back like that, all snoozing out like this, and their misses. Cuz nah.
Yeah, but Mike, you say that though, yeah, and I've been vocal.
No, I get that. Obviously,
a man who spoke about it. No, but a man who spoke about flights and that, yeah, and he comes from my country, man, a yard man, Leon Bailey, who come out and cussed off the Jamaican national team because he said he's not getting them flights. He said that they're not even booking the flights.
The Jamaican national team's a joke, fam. They're a joke.
Yeah, obviously we're not gonna slander my people.
That's my people as well, fam. But it's true. Now we got Steve McLaren in there. Maybe things are patterned up a bit. I don't know. Maybe man, they're getting our flats now. You know what I'm saying? Young ran there to
coming like cool runnings out of the. Like, yo, Erwin, what are you saying, cuz?
This is what I'm saying.
Seal it up.
So it literally just depends, man. It just depends, obviously what country you're playing for. But yeah, you are right in terms of obviously these guys do get the best treatment, and they are talking about traveling and stuff like this, but they do get the most, like the best possible travel. They ain't going on no Ryanair flights, so it's the truth. But at the same time, man, they're humans, and these footballers have families though, man. They got wives, they've got kids, so it's like obviously week in, week out, you're training for your club. You might be at training 3 or 4 times a week. When you get that time to have that week off, wouldn't you rather spend it with a family rather than going to these, I don't want to say BS friendlies, because obviously it's nations league.
He wants to be playing Sunday night, some Finland at like some 6 p.m.
But a lot of these, you say that, but a lot of these guys do though. A lot of these guys have pride, and it's pride. It's like it's a big thing to play for their country, innit? And I feel like that's where it should be okay to say, you know what, I don't want to play this week. But I feel like the way like the media are, if you come out and say that, you're almost gonna get you're gonna get written off because you can't say that.
You get rubbed out like Ben White.
Yeah. You get treated like a villain if you come out and say that.
But you know what? I was just thinking randomly though. When we talk about this with the internationals, the players and whatever, but we've got to think there are younger players that get picked for clubs for countries where it's a massive deal, like for them to play. Like there's a guy who I follow on Instagram, big him up, Jermaine Francis, I think his name is. I think it's Grenadian, sorry.
Shout and he plays Grenadians, man.
You know what I mean? And he plays for them. So I can imagine for some international, it's a big deal. I'm playing from international team, this and that. So I feel for some European nations, like as England fans, should I say, we're like, it's too many. But to these nations, it's a big deal because obviously you've got people back home in these countries, they don't get to see a lot of international football. So for them, obviously, it's a big deal. It's a big spectacle. But for us, I want Arsenal back.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You don't really think about the less fortunate countries who they get to play against. Say Finland, that's like they get to play against England. That's like a once in a lifetime thing for many people. And do you know what I mean? I'm sure it's in South America when people play against Brazil and Argentina. So
look at San Marino, bro. Look at San Marino.
There you go.
Proper work at 3 o'clock, bro. I'm playing in the stadium against France.
Yeah, no, that's like my boy. Like I was saying to Ash, I was like, my guy, he plays for Gillingham, but he's now on international duty in St. Lucia, bro.
Man. Man. Shout out to man.
Like he's up there now playing, man, like Shea, bro.
He's just
Gillingham in the league of League 2, I think he's in. And now they're playing international St. Lucia, like, and he's flown all the way over there and that.
So we're complaining. He's probably sitting on the beach in Cashmere.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he messaged the random in the group chat earlier, but he's like, "Yo, so you're about to kick off like St. Lucia." I'm like, yeah, "You're loving it, bro."
Hey, by the way, it's blitz right now, boys. Anyways,
Yeah.
You're not cut out for it, boy. Come have some Irish mash and stew, bro.
Said the Irish mash and stew. But yeah, the international break, like the man them are right. Like obviously it does depend on the country that you play for. And some of these guys playing for international, for the international countries, it's like probably the biggest thing ever. And it's such a privilege to represent, like you're saying, like these St. Lucians or these St. Lucia, or Grenadiers. Even like Jamaica, is seen in the world as a big country, but really and truly it's a small little island. So it's a massive thing for you to even be representing Jamaica, which is why for me I was a bit pressed when Leon Bailey spoke so bad on us, especially when he knows how hard it is for the man them in yard to make it into Europe and to get on that pedestal. It's not easy. Like he's won, like I can't even name many, man. Yeah, you can go to America, but you can't just come to Europe and then play Champions League at Aston Villa coming from yard. It's not easy. So
yeah, but on that sense, I feel more so he was saying about the federation. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like downplaying the thing. It's more like we still, as a country, need to do better in terms of providing blah, blah, blah. I get it with we ain't got the resources, so and so, but still not booking flights. Come on, bro. That's brazy.
Yeah, but okay, no, I agree. That's brazy.
Like runnings comes.
No, listen, that is brazy, yeah. But when you're like the most highest paid player in that changing room, bro, show some like respect. There's man that couldn't even afford the flights. The man that was making phone calls to borrow the keys for the flights.
His pocket for everyone else.
No, shows. Hey, no, wait for this now, yeah. Did you not see that video of who was it? Kelechi and Nacho for the Nigeria team. Man's in the hotel, yeah. The man that are playing for the national team but ain't in the big leagues or anything. Man's there. He's like, here, try this one. I'm giving them big tops. Like, yo, like he busting the man them because he knows, hey, I'm playing in the UK in the Premier League. Yo, give me, I've got bread. I'm busting the man.
I hear that, but just that don't mean we're entitled to that bread. Do you get it?
Of course not. No one. Yeah, of course not.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it just depends on who the person is. At the end of the day, Bailey's got to that certain place through hard work and whatever. Do you know what I mean? No matter how we look at it, he's not, regardless of how much my man's earning, if it's in his heart and he wants to be forking out, then that's on him. However, I can't hold him accountable like, yo, just because you earn this and that much, that you must. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you kind of earn that right through your career and his kind of hard work. Do you know what I'm saying? Not to say that them man ain't, but to get to a level you're from yard, you're playing Champions League at Aston Villa, bro. You're on. You know what I mean? It's what I'm saying.
To be fair, there's a couple probably decent players in that Jamaican team that are playing.
Bro, England robbed us anyway, fam. So do you know what I mean? Like it could work both ways, man. We got a couple of signings now on that. We're looking a better outfit, and obviously with Steve McLaren there, he's well respected in the football industry, and hopefully we get a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I feel like obviously it's the last thing I'm really going to say on the international thing regarding Jamaica. A lot of the players that play for Jamaica are British Jamaicans, or they was born in the island but come off the island when they was a youth, man, innit? And like I said, Bailey's a man that grew up in yard and made it from playing in Jamaica and grafted in it. So I definitely respect him, and I feel like that's why. For me, I'm looking at it just a little bit different than you shows. I just feel like for a man that knows how hard it is to come off the island, for a man who knows the true struggles in yard, not what's advertised and what's put on the brochures for people to go on holiday, but the reality in yard, for a man to come out and just dark us off like that and say, yo, these man can't even book flights. Yo, I don't even know if there's a game tomorrow, like people ain't even turning up on time. He made it sound like it was Sunday League. You know, in Sunday League when a man's supposed to pick you up at 10 o'clock and you're waiting, it's 10:30 and the man's still sleeping.
Yeah,
that's how he kind of made it seem like a joke like that. But
I hear it, man.
But yeah, enough of the international break. What I do want to ask the man them know, what we see in the last week is Cole Palmer wrap up the English Player of the Year award, and I know it's very controversial. I'll start with it. I think for me, Cole Palmer's a very, very, very good player. I feel like he is a little bit hot and cold. I feel like it's weird because I said it on my last stream. If he's not scoring 4 goals, it's like he's doing nothing. He's a bit of a funny player, and that's not for me to like rub him out and to say he's not. I just feel like unless he's scoring, he doesn't do much. And I feel like it's a weird one, especially considering how many games did he start in the Euros? Was it none? He never started none, did he? Yeah, for me, good player, but I don't feel like he should have got English Player of the Year. I feel like it should have went to my boy Bukayo Saka. No biased, but I feel like Saka's consistency. I feel like for England, for Arsenal, it's not like I think when Saka first come on the scene and he was giving you them numbers or just giving you them kind of performances, people thought, it's fluke. Is it gonna rub out? But his fire's not burning. Like, Saka's the man, and it's for me, like I said, one of the best wingers in the world. But yeah, Cole Palmer, lads, what do we think? Should Cole Palmer should have got the Player of the Year award, or
I don't care, man.
Is it a bit?
I don't care about them awards. You know what? I don't know about you, though, but I'm just tired of seeing Cole Palmer and everything now. Like, it's like they're just pushing this agenda. That they did the same with Foden, whatever. I was watching this thing. Darren Bent said it best. No matter what Saka does, there's always gonna be something they pick at. It doesn't matter what he does. Saka's level is so high, and he started at such a young age. Look when Saka plays. Put 2 men on him. Or you play Bayern Munich, wherever. He'll cook. Play Liverpool. He'll cook. He just does it all the time. Where Palmer's, he's shown in glimpses. He got the hat trick, dominating Brighton and all of that. But he's still got a bit of way to go to get to what Saka's been doing. Now, because Saka does it in big games as well. We look at Liverpool at home. He scored the goal. He assisted. I think it was Martinelli. Then we played obviously Chelsea years back when he did the same. We look at Man United when it equalised. He scored. Man when it did the Rashford. You know what I mean? Did it back to. You know what I mean? Reverse thing. So I feel like I feel like no matter what happens, I think like Saka's always gonna be looked at. Oh yeah, Palmer's. But that's just Twitter. Like we're all on Twitter. We see what it's about. But the best way to describe it, I think Culture Cam said is Saka's level was up here. Even when he's not having the best, he's still here. He doesn't. Saka never drops dramatically. It doesn't happen. Palmer, as I think you just said, Ash, it's like you may get a hot and cold from him, and that's not disputing how good he is because I didn't know he was this good. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
I see some things from him. Like I don't know if you lot saw that touch past the Nottingham Forest defender the other day.
Yeah. When he got the foul, he put it through man's legs with his little.
I thought it was a deflection. I thought the defender touched it, and I watched it again. I went, "Oh my god! If he scored that, that's on a par with Dennis Bergkamp too." You know that So I give the player credit. I just think Saka doesn't get enough credit. And this awards thing, I give up. You give it to Foden. Listen, I gave up the time when Nedved won an award over Henry. From then, I didn't care about awards ever again.
Do you know what it is? I don't even want it to be like a Palmer Saka thing because do you know what it is? I feel like I said this I have a podcast as well, my boy. I said this year that we need to stop putting Saka in these debates, bro. Even with Foden now, like I'm a United fan, but bro, Saka's been doing this for so long, in a come-up Arsenal team as well. And he's become literally a star boy from a star man, bro. Like he's doing this without Odegaard in the team. People have mentioned like the crossing and stuff through like corners. Bro, he's become a weapon at set pieces, crosses, back posts. He's just consistent. Every action Saka has is with IQ, bro. Like he's just a baller. Do you know what I mean? He does everything right on the pitch. Why I think Palmer should never have won, because winning the England Player of the Year has nothing to do with club football as it is anyway. So he didn't start any games for England. If we're looking at the most consistent player, then you can't really look past Saka. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know where that's come from, but like you said, the English media like to push certain players over certain players for various reasons we don't need to get into. But yeah, it don't make sense that he's a player, and that takes nothing away from Palmer, because I actually think Palmer is actually crazy. Like Matt said, bro, when he come from City, I was like, all right, cool, he's good. But he's a baller, bro. And even you said when the scoring stuff, I watched him against Forest, but even like his actions off the ball when he's creating for other people, some of the passes ridiculous. And we played 7 games, he's got 6 goals and 5 assists. And albeit I don't like just being like, oh, he's got this amount of stats, blah blah blah. But yeah, I think he's up there, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, brother. Like he's changed not my man, because I knew he was good, but like when I take him in more and more, just being in that, like I said, it's a come up again. I've seen United struggle, but Chelsea are doing their thing now under Maresca, and he's the main reason for that. Do you know what I'm saying? He's the main man. So it's not a Palmer and Saka thing for me. It's just, bro, Saka's been a better player for England straight away. So that's what the reward is. So what we doing here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And you're right. Like, obviously, the media will definitely push certain players or push who they want, but that's nothing. Like, that's taking nothing away from Cole Palmer, because Cole Palmer is a fantastic player. And you're right, man. I do feel like it is time for us to stop this whole Saka with this person and Saka with that person. Like, as soon as somebody goes on a good run for 6 months, you want to compare them to Saka. And I feel like exactly what you're saying shows. It's like Saka's really been consistent for years. Saka's really been a part of this whole Arsenal.
How many seasons is Saka in? Sorry to interrupt you, Ash. How many seasons is Saka in?
It must
3
be
years.
7.
Nah, 3 years. 7? Did you say? He's been there at least 5 now? Sure, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's in like 6. When did he start? 2017, 18.
About that.
Yeah, I think it is 17-18 season. You know.
Yeah, it's either 16, 17.
Yeah, it is. It's like, or it's either 17-18 or 18.
He started in 18-19.
Yeah.
So
but in 18-19, he only played 1 game, so he officially started in 19-20. But either way, though, technically 1, 2, 3 years. No, it's 6, really and truly. Obviously, he's played for 5 seasons consistently, but
he's been in the first team for 6 years.
He's been in the first team for about 6 years now. So, and I think like what a lot of people seem to forget is that there was a time when Arteta came, when he was first there, where Arteta could have got sacked. Like, this whole Arsenal journey that we're on right now could have got put to an end if the owners was as ruthless as they was kind of with Emery, because Arteta, he didn't, obviously he won the FA Cup, which obviously gave us some time, but he didn't really start that great. And I feel like players like Saka, even Smith Rowe, I miss my boy Smith Rowe, dug him out of a lot of BS, especially in that COVID season as well. So I do feel like it is time for us to kind of stop doing the whole someone's on form for 3 months, they're better than Saka. I feel like, yeah, Saka's now established. He's now known and settled in the world as, yo, Saka is one of the best right wingers in the world. But yeah, the award is a bit funny because it is supposed to be based on international, and they've kind of based it on how well Cole Palmer's done for club football, so it doesn't really make sense. But then again, that's the English media. But like you're saying, Matt, for me, man, to be fair, I don't actually give a damn about these awards. Exactly what you're saying. Like, when Henry never won it, and Nedved won it, you just kind of know it's funny stuff. So yeah, man. For me,
just quickly on Saka, I feel like where he doesn't get a lot of respect as well is his resilience. Like, deep it, that Euros, yeah, anyone else at that point, it could have just messed them up mentally. That was such a big deal. We're not talking missing a penalty.
It did, really. Sancho didn't recover from that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and
he recovered, if I'm honest.
You know what I mean? And for him to go next season, he turned up again. And if you look at him, he never shies away in games. Always wants the ball, put 2 man on him, wants the ball. And his injury record, okay, hopefully I'm not jinxing it, guys, because I think he's going to be fit for Bournemouth. But even in terms of his availability, and they say your best ability is availability.
Your availability, yeah.
This guy is rarely like, and I'm sure United fan, you know, like when you get young players out and you think, oh, he's out for 3-4. Saka's rarely out. Like,
when you miss Saka miss 1 game, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, you know. But it is a concern at the same time, which is why I want someone to come in and help him to lessen the burden, because it is too much football for someone so young. Because I don't want it to be a player where at 29, 30, you're like, oh man, it's because you played so much football. You know what I mean?
Michael Owen.
Wasn't that Sterling though? Like, Sterling coming to like ease the burden on, because Sterling plays both sides. He's a veteran. That should be. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but do you know what I wanted on that side? I wanted a left-footed player. But listen, I don't know when they're going to go Ethan. Ethan might play in a 10. We don't know yet. We don't know, and that's another thing. Saka can play so many positions, bro. So.
Yeah, I think Sterling's a bit different. I think that Sterling at Manchester City under Pep, I feel like he had that. It was his mentality was different. I feel like when he come back to Chelsea, he kind of lost that mojo. Obviously, we know Sterling's a London man anyway. I feel like him coming to Chelsea, he got big dough. He was never going to be able to do what he done at City simply because of the type of goals that he scored and the way that Man City played. Chelsea don't play nothing like that.
Not
Sterling
funny,
is. Sorry, go on, mate.
The team that he was in at City compared to that Chelsea team was never like you said. Like we always say, you can put anyone in that City team, and that City team will make you a superstar.
True.
100%.
I feel like Sterling gets disrespected a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like in terms of, I'm not saying now. I'm just saying like what he done for City, regardless of the players there. That's when City were at their best, bro. So,
I'm not saying in that instinct that Sterling, that team made Sterling a superstar because Sterling, he's like on the Saka thing. He's been doing it since.
I just wanted to clarify.
No, not like that. I'm saying, like Sterling going to that Chelsea squad, Sterling was a bit better than what he went from to that. It's like, not Sterling himself though. I want to back.
I hear you.
He was around, didn't it?
For me, with Sterling, like, I feel like if it's not his best, it's definitely one of his best attributes, is off the ball movement. And I feel like the way that Manchester City moved the ball and popped the ball, he was never going to be able to get the numbers that he got at Manchester City at the same as Chelsea. Because Chelsea don't move the ball, they don't control the ball, and they don't create that many chances for Sterling to be running in behind. So I feel like if you're going to compare it on numbers, it's definitely not going to be a fair comparison. And you got to think, every single person, nearly every single player that was in that Chelsea squad or who has been in that Chelsea squad in the last, say, 3 years, take away this whole Maresca season, they've looked horrible. Like they've looked horrible. Like they look like they've got no tactical awareness. They look like they don't really give a damn. They look like they're all trying to play to get the manager kicked out. So I don't want to. I'm not going to be too harsh on Sterling. I just feel like he's lost a little bit of that. His motivation,
just a bit of fire.
Yeah, he's lost that fire in his belly because he's won the Premier League. He's been under Pep. He's gone to Chelsea. He kind of got disrespected at Chelsea, and I feel like in Sterling's head, Sterling is a star boy in his head. He's like, I come from Man City as the main man, and you're talking about playing Mudryk over me. You're talking about playing these man over me, and I feel like Sterling, I don't want to say he's taking it personal, but I feel like it would have definitely hurt his ego. I feel like even him coming over to Arsenal, yes, he knows that there's competition, but I feel like Sterling himself would have thought he might have started a little bit more than he has so far. That's not me saying he's unhappy, but I feel like Sterling, he still backs himself. He still believes, look, I've worked with Arteta. I've won the Premier League. I know what it takes to win a Premier League. You lot are just missing that know-how, so surely I should be starting. So, like it's
I'm the opposite though, bro. I'm the opposite. I don't think he came in knowing he would start, because if you deep it with Arsenal, Saka guaranteed. Martinelli, because of his form, we weren't sure in it, but Trossard was cooking. You know what I mean? And you had Havertz as well. So I think he knows he's coming to the team, but it's a manager he trusts. So he knows in certain games, like the Southampton game we just played, and maybe a Leicester, that he's going to play. Like, for example, we've got Liverpool coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if Sterling comes on last 20 minutes. That makes a difference. Like, he knows in the big games, he probably won't start, but he's going to get a role.
You feel like that's disrespecting Sterling, though, a little bit, and exactly what you're saying.
I don't.
Hear me out for 1 second, though. The reason why I'm saying that, because in one light, you're trying to say to me that Sterling gets disrespected because of how much he's done and the player that he is. And then another light, you're trying to say to me that Sterling will be happy to be on the bench for Trossard and Martinelli. Now, for me, Sterling would believe that he's better than Martinelli and Trossard. What Trossard and Martinelli can't chat to Sterling in Sterling's head. That's how I'm seeing it.
No, what I'm saying is though, I was just going off Mike's point when I thought I'm turning to like all time. I feel like Sterling has been disrespected over his career. Like people forget he's been doing this at Liverpool. That's where I was going at this stage of his career, bro. You know how football is. Life comes at you fast. Football comes at you fast. If you're not playing well, no matter how good you are, how good you've been, right now, Trossard and Martinelli are better options than Sterling because they know the system. They know Trossard's been balling, bro. You can't just take man out. Martinelli, I know he's had went on that run without goals and assists. Now he seems to be back to his usual self. They are Arsenal players. Sterling knew the situation coming in. He was on high wages at Chelsea. He wasn't in the team. He knew now, like Matt said, he's come to Arteta because he's familiar with him. If he thought he was coming to play 90 minutes every week, then my man's buzzing. Literally, it's not, that wasn't on the agenda. What is on the agenda was to take the burden away from Saka and Martinelli, provide a rotational piece and play starting minutes when he's needed, and like he was needed against Southampton, but he didn't. I didn't really watch the game because I wasn't. Yeah, it was a 3 o'clock kickoff, but I don't think he done enough again to start the next game. So when he come off, you got scored. I think I'm right. So I don't know. I'm not. This is not here. I'm not slandering Sterling, but I'm just basically agreeing with Matt in the sense that at this stage of his career now, and the situation he's been
How
in.
old Sterling? 29.
Yeah, but this is how it goes.
That's crazy, though, Shows. At this stage of his career, this is prime years.
I know, but you know what as well? Go on, Shows. No, as well.
Yeah. You go.
I'm thinking, wait, he weren't at the Euros, was he?
No, he got dropped.
So the end of last season, he kind of lost his way a bit, weren't really starting here and there. Then weren't at the Euros, probably had the best summer of his life. Like, yo, man's chilling. Then goes back to training. Maresca tells him, yo, brother, safe. Your ego's too big for me. Yo, go sit over there, train with a 12-year-old, Then knows he ain't starting. So he's probably going to Cobham like, let me take my little packed lunch, eat my packed lunch, do little kick-ups in the thing. He's not really preparing himself for match fitness because he knows he's not getting called up for that first team. Then, that hour to go and transfer deadline there, he's sweating. Let me tell you that for free. There's no way he sat in his kitchen not sweating. He's sweating. Boy, came rolling that all ripping off his head like, yo, where am I playing football? Then his Arsenal come through, got him. This guy's still building up match fitness. So for him,
isn't that a bad professional though, Mike? Because a good professional will be ready regardless.
We don't
know he was doing that. We don't know he was doing that.
Disclaimer, Sterling.
Yeah, but like literally, what
it shows though, because I've seen him come off the pitch. It shows he weren't doing nothing. He don't look sharp.
But you know what? It shows we all respect him. Like we all, anyone that knows Sterling from Liverpool when he was Suarez and Sturridge. Obviously, Chelsea. Listen, that as an Arsenal fan, that front three used to terrify me. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not going to get that same player. That's just life. As we know, years gone. But I feel he's come in. Like Jorginho. That to the thing where Jorginho, we know what he can do in that midfield, and certain teams he can do the break the line passing. But we know certain games is like, nah, you're exposed, mate. We've got Moreno now. We don't need you. And I think Sterling will work in certain games. Like I would personally maybe start him against Bournemouth if you want, like Bournemouth away. You can try but that's not dissing him because it gives you an opportunity. Because if he performs well, that's a headache for Liverpool the next game. And obviously you've got Saka. If there's doubts over Saka, you put Sterling in because that's what he's for. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not putting Sterling ahead of Trossard, Havertz, Martinelli, or Saka. Mad? No way. No way. And the thing is, he could come in. All he's got to do is look at Trossard. When we signed Trossard, he was our second tier signing because we were linked with, was it Mudryk?
And we signed Trossard instead, yeah.
And I don't know about you lot, but I was pissed that window because I really wanted Mudryk because I saw him burn about.
Them videos that he put up on his own social media, they sold me. He was putting up his own clips.
Bro,
he was working for you, man.
I was steaming. I was like, and then I watched his debut against Liverpool. Do you remember that one? The Neil Newell thing.
Bro,
we've missed out. Oh my god. And here we are.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. That's why you be confident with what Arteta's doing. And he's comfortable with his players. And I'm sure he told Sterling, you're not going to start, but you're going to have a role, very important role in terms of, yes, relieving the pressure of a Saka. And listen, let me tell you, Champions League, he's going to be important, because there you have a player that has done it for Man City. Right, he didn't win it with Man City, but he played Champions League football. He brings experience. He'll bring experience in the league, and that's what you need when you're going from Champions League to Premiership or Premiership to Champions League. You need players that can adjust to that and rotate with the others. So I think it's an important player. But I get what you're saying, Ash. It sounds like we're disrespecting, but it's not. It's just the fact that our standards now are very high at Arsenal Football Club. You know what I mean? We have great players. Martinelli's picking up form, and it looks like, we might get. Remember the bandage Martinelli? Like we're going back to that. We're getting him slowly. So that's what we're hoping for. But I think, honestly, come the end of the season, we'll look back and go, I think that was a good sign. It was worth it.
Just to touch on Mike's point quickly before you as well. Mike's also said, remember, he wasn't playing at Chelsea, bro. He wasn't in the squad. He was under 21s baking off. Do you know what I mean? So now he can take what he can get, bro. That's just how it goes. Do you know what I mean? You're coming to play minutes at Arsenal first team or competing on all fronts. you gonna take what you gonna get because you was baking off with the under-21s and them, man. Do you know what I mean? You weren't getting no minutes, bro. So he ain't in a position to say, "Yo, man, starting." You're not Sterling from Liverpool. You're not Sterling from Man City. It's just reality, bro. Football moves fast. Life moves fast. You've come from Chelsea in a struggling team. You haven't done well. You was on big wages. Up until an hour, you'd still been baking off there. So you might have nailed it on the head, bro. Do you know what I mean?
No, you're right, man. I just feel like, I feel like Sterling now he's just getting spoke about and treated like a bad bee now, man. It's like baking up in the under-21s. You're coming over here to take minutes and get what you're given, and it's like for a player that was
just facts, though. That's what happened.
No, but it is, though,
You have to tell it how it is.
It is facts, but it's funny because at one point in the world, he was one of the best wingers in the world, not in the Prem, in the world. And man's only 29 now. Like, he's not 34, 35, he's 29. So for me, it's just...
He's been playing football since like 12 months in the Premier League. Like he's been around for... What was he? He must have had like 30s. When did he start? 16?
Yeah,
QPR?
16.
QPR, I think, was 15. I think about 15 years old.
He was young, weren't he? Yeah,
I think he made his debut at 15 for QPR.
Yeah, so he's been around nearly 15 years, first team football. But not a lot of players can say, "Yo,
all the time, bro." They burn out. You play 15 years. That happened to Rooney, bro. Rooney should have been going.
Where was Rooney at 29 shows?
Rooney was. I remember seeing Rooney, like, he had to drop back. He obviously done that in his career anyway. He came into midfield, but like he slowed down so much. He lost that. Rooney used to be a physical monster, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, from young, he was a man at 16, bro. Later down into his career, he just didn't have it no more. Do you know what I mean?
Aggressive players like him don't last though. Like that aggression he played with, we all knew. Remember when he made his debut? You're like, you ain't doing that for 15 years, bro. Like the way
that's a lifestyle thing as well. Do you know what I mean? You have Ronaldo on the opposite end who don't drink. He's taking whoever amount of money on spending how much ever money on his body. Rooney was out here smoking fag, beering out. You know them boxes like Ricky Hatton, bro. Ricky Hatton would when he's not fighting, my man would be fat, fam.
Yeah.
Come back to a fight, then it don't work. You can't do that your whole career. Do you know what I'm saying?
Paddy Pimblett, UFC as well.
Hey Matt, you know what's funny? You just said that. My cousin's his manager, innit?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like that.
But I'm sure, obviously, we don't go too deep into
No, he does it, bruv. He loves food.
He does, isn't it?
Bruv, I watched this guy when he was like 17 batter someone in King's Cross at my cousin's event, Cage Warriors. Bruv, I'm in McDonald's eating McFlurries with the geezer, bruv. He don't care, bruv. He don't care.
But again, like football, it's eventually it's a point where you do it and it's like your body goes, nah. Like, I'm not having that, you know.
But this is what for me. You know what makes this mad? You know when you think back in the day, like these men used to have their 90 minutes, be done like the Drayton Arms, like whoa, I can pint.
Mad.
It's crazy.
Now nutrition's gone a bit crazy though, isn't it? Nutrition's gone a little bit mad. Like they're a bit over. They're a bit over cautious, and it's like back in the day. If you look at footballers in the 60s, and that footballers would have a drink before the game, maybe have a drink at half time, have a cigarette 75 minutes.
You know
what I mean? And still keep up the fitness that they have to in it. So I get it, man. But Man United, man, I want to ask you a question because we got match day shells here, man. So I know it's international break, but I need to wall you back in, man.
Let me drink some water, bro.
Yeah, drink some, man. Drink some.
Man United.
Glory. Eric Ten Hag, man, realistically, I want a realistic answer from a Man United fan. How long does he have left? Realistically, innit?
Gee, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah. Before even getting to realistically, I still don't know how my man's in the job. Ineos came in to make footballing decisions, bro. Apparently, he had 2 games to save himself with the Porto game and the Villa game. We was up 2-0, we drew 3-3. Yeah, the Porto battered us after that, by the way, being up 2-0. Then the Villa game, it was just a boring, shocking performance because we've been battered, we conceded goals, he started shot. Why has it taken you 7 games to bring, all right, let's try something different? I'm not saying it's a bad result, bro. I'm not saying you can go to every ground, especially Man United where they are, and play good football. However, it's just like, bro, if that's the 2 games that's giving him time, then United are done out here, bro. It's facts, bro. You can't bring in. He's got, listen, man. He spent 200 million or whatever this summer, yeah? He's got the players he wanted. He's got the backroom staff he wanted. Ineos, the whole footballing structures upstairs has changed. So there's no excuse for him now. We are 3 years into a project, bro. 3 years, fam. 3 goddamn years. We are 14th. We've got 5 goals in 7 games, 8 goals conceded, bro. How much, bro? We can't even score goals. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand how anyone can watch this and be like, yo, he's got time. I don't care what FA Cup was done. That's a one-off game, bro. That can happen. That was like the worst thing that's happened to us winning that, bro, because it bought him time. And now we're gonna have to do a whole reset again because it's the longer we delay it, the longer we're gonna be off the wherever we need to be. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand how he's still in the job, bro. I thought the nightmare was over. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, sweet. Yeah, I love it.
You man can have a perspective on it as well, but I'm just saying, I'm not even being reactionary. Like, people know me beforehand that I've said Ten Hag is not the guy, innit? When he first come, I was gassed. We're gonna be playing like Ajax. Do you know what I'm saying? Where is that, bro? We're the only team in the problem, league that has identity. Even Ipswich, Leicester, them man all got their identity. We've got no ID, bro. We cannot get into the rave, fam. We need to. I'm telling you, bro.
No ID, no.
Because I could be here all day rapping. Trust me. Yeah,
Matt, them not even playing like Ajax ain't even the problem because the geezer's gone out and signed half the Ajax team he was coaching anyway. So that's not the problem.
And even then, they don't know what they're doing. So where do we go from here?
No, do you know what?
That's the issue, isn't it? That's the issue straight away. I feel like as a manager, if a manager is going back to what he's familiar with to sign players, that's your biggest concern. And I said this to a couple of my friends when, you know, like, listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I look at and respect other teams. Listen, Man United were that dominant force, which is why I love to see what is happening to them now. It's so sweet. Yeah, punishment. Feel it. But I feel like what is with him, he's gone to his old club. So you've got Onana, you've got Martinez, you've got all these players. And the issue with you lot, your windows are always the same. You sign the one player that's kind of gone beyond an expiry date, but it gasses the fans. Real Madrid wouldn't have let Casemiro go if it was Pete Casemiro. We know that. But, you know, United fans saw that deal, was like, what? Big Casemiro, come to us. You know, you made two. Varane as well was signed.
Champions League Varane, by the way.
I'm not going to lie, though. I'm not going to lie on that point of Varane. He was a baller at United. He just couldn't stay there. When he was playing, we was on stuff. I'm not gonna lie to that. When Varane was playing in the team, Varane and Martinez, because he made Martinez look good because Martinez is looking shaky right now.
Now that's
one thing I said. Even his first season was good. Even I said on my podcast this season, if we go into the season with Casemiro, we're done at it. So, bro, you man can all see it. I don't get how man who have come in to make footballing decisions, these players are still here. Like alone, the Casemiro game against Liverpool.
Oh man, that was.
Ash, I played football with you. I play in that position, bro. I guarantee, put me in that position against Liverpool. I guarantee I'm giving you a better performance than I saw. I'm not run, bro.
Have you seen that clip when flipping? Who was it directing? Was it Elise?
Oh,
oh,
listen. No, but you know as well. I feel like United are struggling in that aspect. And you mentioned the FA Cup. It's the same things. Like with Arsenal, we went through it. Remember when Arsene, he had a bad season, but we got that FA Cup. I think was it Hull or Villa, one of the two. And I was like, leave. I was like, Arsene, leave now, please. Now's the right time to leave on a high. We'll respect you, right? It hasn't been the best, but respect you. But he's come back again. And then all the fans are against him. And then what happens is the team don't perform. Like Ten Hag, you're there 3 years. I'm not seeing anything. Like you spoke about style of football. You know, you can be on the pitch at the end of the season. Oh, I'll bring you this, and there's nothing there. Like you said, McKenna's at Ipswich, yeah. And I said this in my pre-season prediction. They won't go down because what will happen is they'll beat big teams, or certain teams, and they'll somehow pluck their way out of it. And I don't see anything for United. Slot's gone to Liverpool, style of play. Arteta, we were bad. But if you guys remember with Arteta where we started doing an inverted team for the first time, I was like, what? I didn't care if we were 10th or wherever. I was like, this is brand new. Let's go, team. Come on. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's what I'm at.
We had something to hold on to. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like United right now, they don't. But what I will say to this one, we'll finish on. The owners, I'm telling you now, they're going to mess you lot up. Everyone's gassed because they're brand new. But if you look at what they did at Nice, the Nice fans warned and said to everybody, they do this. They'll sign young players, they'll get you gassed up, but they don't care about winning. Honestly, they don't care about winning at all. And now, if you look at Nice now, they're really, really struggling. And that's the problem. Glazers have started it, and I feel like the Ratcliffe and Ineos will continue that.
One thing I'll say though, Nice and United are completely different. So the expectation at Nice and United are completely different. I'm not even gonna.
Of course.
I'm not even gonna judge them on based on what they need. I'm only can judge them what they've done so far. So far, what they've done is back the manager, which is cool. However, what my opinion, where I disagree is they're so indecisive, bro. You can't give man two games to do what they've done. We ain't done well in those 2 games. You're having a meeting about my man's future. If it's coming to that, bro, make a decision, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're delaying the inevitable. Like you said, the question Asher said, how long realistically does he have in here? We got Brentford on the weekend at home. I don't even know if we win that game.
Brentford score 30 seconds in.
You know what I'm saying? And Bournemouth scored. All of a sudden, I'm making a video here. Ash's all laughing at man. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what we're doing here, bro. Just get the brother out. We're delaying the inevitable, bro. It's gonna happen. Do you know what I think is gonna happen? I say the Fenerbahce game against away because we are not winning that game, bro. What killed me last season was that United in the Champions League, Oh my days, that ended. That's when I stand up.
Oh my gosh,
that's I guarantee Fred and Rabat are gonna put on a masterclass against United, bro. It's written in the stars, bro.
You think Mourinho's gonna allow? Mourinho's in that change room. He's like, you are not losing to these man. Are you crazy? There is no way. Wait, is it in Turkey as well?
It's in Turkey, bro. They're gonna you know the Turkish. Do you know what I mean?
Your coaches don't make it to the stadium, bro. The coaches don't make it to the stadium. You're walking there, bro. What?
You're walking into a war, literally, with them, man. 100%. Them man are so passionate. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the dagger for me.
Fred's turning up. Fred's
I'm taking over this, bro. Max, what's your opinion, bro? I'm sorry, fam. I'm just
speak, man. The stage is demandims, man. The stage is demandims.
Turkey, you're getting put in a lamb chin with some garlic sauce. Absolutely smoked. Yeah, steak garlic sauce everywhere. Yeah, lamb chin done. Yeah, but Ineos now. This is going a bit off. So the Tour de France, Ineos, they have a team and their documentary thing on Netflix, Ineos, I think where they're so brand new to United and this big, like show saying they're big. On the Tour de France thing, these men are cutthroat. Like, if they want to win something, they will. And that show said, Nice is Nice, like, Nice. Well, looks like the name says nice, like nice. Like, go down. But with United, this big, I think, like, let's be real, this Radcliffe brother has not got a clue about.
Well, Max, he's got people that have a clue. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why he's got Barada. That's why he's got Wilcox. That's why he's got Ashworth. These men obviously
these men don't have a clue because your team's dust. Yeah, but still, I think Ineos now, if they get the right heads in and say to him, "Yo, these man ain't cutting it," and that his time is overdue, boy. He's got the milk the milk that has the fresh date on it. Open it, it stinks. It's expired. Yeah, like he needs to. Do you know what's worrying for United as well? They got a few injuries, I swear, from United. Didn't thing come off? Yeah, he's come off, and then Garnacho, he come out of the international Argentina squad. You got a few man.
Apparently, he's been playing with a knee injury. So you had Amadiolo playing all season, but you've been forcing man in. Like, what? This is all of the stuff that just add up, bro. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, he ain't got go, boy. Because this is
it, bro. It does my nothing, fam. You signed all of these players. Yeah, you have a 25-man squad, but yet you're playing man with injuries. Why? Why are you forcing? Garnacho and Rashford don't even work together anyway. But yeah, continue, bro.
Rashford. I feel that's one, but I feel deep for Rashford because this guy thrives on confidence, and boy, he's got some bald-headed guy telling him, "Hey, Rashford, I'm bringing you off at half time."
I swear there was that clip in it. There was a clip against Villa. He said, "What do you?"
Furious or something like that.
Yeah.
When he got subbed off, that was at the ref because he was meant. Rashford should have. In all honesty, Rashford should have got sent off. The ref was moving. I'm not gonna lie. The stand of officiating, you man have seen it across the whole board. I don't even like talking about refs because it is what it is. It's part of the game. But bro, they are so bad, fam. They're dictating games constantly. On Champions League now, we're not talking about the ref. Prem is every week with every game we're talking about a ref thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I reckon Fenerbahce, that's his time. He don't win that, he's done. See it later. Just he has to go. But I know what's going to happen. He's going to come out in that interview and say, "Yes, I have been backed by the board." Blah blah blah. Bro, same shit. Same shit.
So do you think he's going to be? Do you think he's still going to be there by Christmas, or do you reckon by Christmas he'll be gone?
He'll probably be there because this would be like a Tinder thing. You know, you go on Tinder, you swipe, yo, yeah, let me go beat this thing for 2 months and that. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, you know, oh, I ain't holiday for 6 weeks, and then you're going back to it. Like, what is wrong with it? Like, the geezer's lost, but he's gonna be there.
Man, them out there exposing how they're using the apps and that.
I'm locked up.
But you know what? As well, though, I feel like United. Yeah, there's no plan. I feel like like with Arteta when he come in, you kind of knew when he wanted certain players. When we got Zinchenko and Jesus, they raised the floor of what we were doing. They brought experience and all that. I look at Man United sign. I think Lenny Euro will be class. I think it will be a quality sign. When I saw that, I was like, damn, how did they get him? I look at Højlund. I don't think Højlund's going to work. I think Xerxes, like, it's picking up these type of players when they need better. I look at it and I say, if you had, let's say Sir Alex, let's go back. Players like Bowen, Rice, Evan Ferguson, them type of British. Sometimes, United need that. That was United, and it would solidify, let's say, minimum 4. But you've now got players that are flaking. Malacia, where's the guy? Sure. Like, honestly, there's so many players in that team. Yeah, I'm like, what are you lot doing? And that's what Arsenal were. Now you look at us. We're kind of like, we've got loads of youngsters coming through and stuff like that. I don't even know what United coming through. Obviously, Kobe works, but Kobe shouldn't even be playing every single game. No, under another manager, another team, Kobe will come on sparingly, as he should. You know what I mean? Young player. There's too much pressure.
I don't think he'd come on sparingly, but I agree in terms of he shouldn't be playing every week because especially in that position with no partner. Like, we've been hung him out to dry, fam. Like, it's mental.
Who was it? Billy, who played last when he was struggling to run back? Of course he would be. You got me. It was Ericsson.
I touched on this. You got Ericsson and Mainu away from, bro. How we got Ericsson playing, bro? He's played like 5 games in a row. The brother.
I see a video as well talking about that. That's crazy how
Ericsson is not. He raises the. This is how bad we are technically. We have to rely on Ericsson to give us 98, 75 minutes, bro. He should be coming on 20 minutes, slowing the game down. We got our technical flaw is so bad that we have to play Ericsson, bro. Because without him, you got Casemiro in there. You sign Ugarte for 50 million. Where is Dukes? Where is my man? If this is your main midfield signing, yeah, why is he not playing, bro? He played 1 game against Spurs and you rubbed him out. How can you get some sort of form or get used to a league if you're playing 1 game? I don't even want Ugarte, but what I'm saying is I'm backing him in that sense is that you can't just play 1 game and then you're out of the team, bro. Like, that don't make sense. That's the midfielder you wanted. Onana was there for 50 million. You didn't sign him. So what are we doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff that we had 432 million on the bench, bro. You played the same man that you're relying on, like Ericsson, like
being an Arsenal
Evans and Maguire, fam. Evans and Maguire.
Nice. I hear that midfielder. I'm looking at our midfielder thinking, I've got Moreno, Odegaard, and Rice. You're calm,
Well, we're all right. But you know what? If with Man United, I won't lie though. With Man United, they'll play against us, and then man will turn into like superstars, isn't it? Like, United love playing against Arsenal. I'm not saying that we're not gonna get the W, but we don't. No, but United don't roll over for Arsenal though. Never. Like, it's never a rollover job. You see how, for example, how we slapped Chelsea 5-0. Remember, United don't do that for us. It's always a.
I think this season they get it. I think this season they get in the 5. I genuinely do. Like, no, I'm like you, Ash. I agree with you. Like, United always somehow. Rashford scores as well, as we know. You know what I mean? He always does. But I feel
Anthony
like
will do some nonsense.
But I think this one with a fully fit 11, I think we cook them. I genuinely think we cook them.
I'm not gonna lie. If United go to the Emirates, when we got you, man?
I think 4th of December. No,
December.
Yeah, 4th of December. Yeah.
You man booked December, in the dates, boy. You man booked in the dates.
We're ready.
Listen, I'm in the ballot, bro. I'm in the ballot. I'm trying to get a ticket, bro.
I was just gonna say that. That's how I know, because the ballot was open the other day.
Yeah, I saw my friend put in the group chat actually. One of my Arsenal friends, but if we go to Emirates under Ten Hag, right now, I think we hold a lot. I'm not gonna lie, because we're nowhere near you, man, bro. Like from what I'm seeing on a weekly basis, we play 3 times a week, bro, and it's sore every single game.
Yeah.
I don't know one game we played well this season. Maybe Brighton in the first half. Other than that, I couldn't tell you.
The good thing is that obviously football's not played on what you've done before in it, and you can just turn it up on the day in it. Like, it's a weird thing. I know for you it seems a bit far-fetched in what I'm saying, but realistically though, you could still turn up, and I feel like there is more hope for Man United than you think. I feel like obviously it is quite hard to be a Man United fan at the moment, but I know it sounds like I'm trying to kick a man when he's down. I'm trying to help him up and just elbow him back down. But bro, I'm not even trying to do that.
You're trying to put me up. So when it comes, I know how my team is, bro. There's no hope for this team. I watch them every single week closely. We have nothing, fam. And the longer this continues, the longer we're going to be in this situation where I'm going to be coming on here every week ranting for however long, bro, because it's just that simple.
That's it, bro, man.
Obviously, bro.
Say that again.
I only can go off what I see. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
haven't given me anything to say otherwise, so I'm not hearing it, Ash. I'm sorry, bro.
You know what those shows? Yeah, listen. I always say, man, I respect your honesty, man. Instead of coming on here all biased and just saying this and that, like I respect how real you've been about the situation with Man United and your owners and just your last couple of years and how you see your club going forward. Obviously, Arsenal v Man United is going to be in December, so I'm definitely gonna get. I'm gonna make that one a fiery one, man, because I do feel like I said, for me, I just don't see Man United ever rolling over for Arsenal. I know. Who's your biggest rivals? Is it Liverpool? That's your biggest rivals, right?
Probably is then, yeah.
But I feel like there's still that stigma that Arsenal, United, that Old Trafford, Highbury, that Alex Ferguson, Wenger. There's still that little bit of something in the air where you guys, you don't want to be embarrassed by us when it's us. I don't know. I feel like you're saying, Matt, like Rashford might get a goal. I remember Anthony scored against us as well, man. You don't remember that left foot from the left side?
But
this is when United were decent. United were decent. I'm not gonna say under. I'm not saying under Ten Hag we haven't, because the first season under Ten Hag it was good up until we won the Carling Cup. Then obviously a few injuries happened and there was just a bit of a hangover and we just got to the end of the season. Since then, Ash, bro, it's been poor, fam. It's been poor, bro. Like, we finished 8th last season. Do you know what I'm saying? Albeit, yeah, we won the FA Cup. We're now 14th. We're in minus goal difference again. It's again our last season was our worst start.
The season's young, man. The season's young.
Ash, last season was our worst start. Now we've upped it again with another season with another worst start. It's like, Man United fans, we need to realize we can't keep accepting this. We've allowed these standards to drop, bro. I'm not saying I want my team to be smashing and be competing every week in that, because it's not going to happen right now. I understand that. However, all I'm asking for is a clear identity where I watch my team and be like, all right, cool, I understand what the manager's doing. That's all I'm asking for, bro. Yeah. I'm not asking us to win every game and beat every team, because it's just not realistic where we're at. But all I can ask for, Slot has come in, same league, same nation, same trim, bro. The guy's got the same trim, bro. Doing his thing. Maresca's coming, doing his thing.
Same trim.
Same trim. It's like, brother, look at your age mates. Do you know what I'm saying? Do something, bro. Yeah. You're 3 years in, fam. 3 years. 3 years, bro. These men are coming in for 2 months.
You know, what you just said is so spot on. And as Ash was saying, it's so refreshing, because as a United fan, you're being real about it. About, there's no style of play. As Arsenal fans here, for me, that's how I felt when we played Man City at home. Do you remember that game where we lost, but we still played so well? I don't know about you lot. I left that game, I went, no, we're calm, what?
I remember of that game, was it the red card game?
Yes, the one where Rodri scored that last minute winner and it went mad.
And he ran over to the fans and started celebrating.
Yeah, when I remember he took off his shirt and what? That was the first game. I wasn't even vexed, because as you said, if my team perform well and you lose that, obviously the best team in the league, at that point I was like, oh, a couple of additions, we're all right, And then you can see progressively you've got better. We signed Zinchenko, we signed Jesus, and I feel that's what United need. United haven't had a performance where it gives you hope. Okay, I don't want to go too far after, but look at Spurs. We laugh at big hands, right? But attack, that's their thing. That's what they do. They're gonna lose games.
Matt, dead. dead, fam.
No, but they are dead.
no.
But what Matt's getting at is that at least we know what we're getting from Spurs.
Yeah. That they're just gonna
It's an exciting thing. It's an exciting thing. Look, remember Brendan Rodgers, Liverpool, same thing. They didn't win the league, but you knew that front three, crap defense, but 4 goals a game, 5 goals a game. Like, you had something to hold on to. United was, Paul Scholes says it, United's all about excitement. When you're at Old Trafford, we don't want to draw, we don't want to lose game. You just go for it. But United are not even doing that. And that's the issue as a fan, because you start thinking, I give up then, because you're not bringing anything. Yeah.
Do you know what I think as well with 100%. Ten Hag, though? Do you know where I feel like he's got with that United team? And I feel like the players are at that point now, they're just like, oh, fuck this guy, man.
I think so, because you got he's been doing this inverted thing for so long with Dalot, yeah? Most of United's goals that we concede come from down that side. So it's like you're doing something, it's like a broken record, bro. If you're constantly doing something that ain't working and you're not identifying this, bro, I'm cool. I've played football at various levels. I'm not as experienced as Ten Hag, and I ain't got a manager qualification or whatever. You're watching this with experienced football professionals there, and you're not changing anything. I don't get it, fam. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't.
It has to be stubbornness and arrogance, though. It has to be knowing that everybody wants you to do something and you sticking to your guns and saying, "I'm not doing it." That can be the only logical.
That makes you a bad
Wenger,
manager.
prime example.
Wenger, because remember that someone like Wenger changed it.
100%. But over a period of time, if something's not working, you have, as a manager, no matter how stubborn you are, there's ways to adapt. Arteta don't play the same way every single game.
No, 100%.
Arsenal have historically been a nice on the eye team, crazy football, not really physicality, but just doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? Looking brilliant. Now he said, "Nah, but I need some grown men in this team. You don't play every game and you're outstanding, but bro, you know what you're getting. You're gonna get a solid back line. You're gonna create chances, no matter how sometimes it might not be all good and it might not be easy on the eye, but you got a clear identity. You can switch it up." Do you know what I'm saying? You went down to 10 men against thing. He got criticized for it, but albeit after 30 seconds, you would have won the game, fam.
Yeah.
So like, it's not about being stubborn, bro. I get it. You're gonna stick to your guns as a manager. However, over a period of time, listen, we're not Nice. We're not none of these young teams. We're still Man United, fam. We're still the biggest club in England, bro. Whether people don't like it or not. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I will say. And we've allowed these standards not to drop because fans are normalizing, like, give him time. How much time does he need, bro? We're 3 years in with all this money spent, bro. Managers get less time, less money, and doing much better than him. So there's no excuse, bro. It's United need to make Ineos. I can't even blame Ten Hag no more because there's a board in progress to do these decisions. If they can't make this decision now, we're just, like I said, we're just delaying the inevitable, Ash, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, man?
100%. For me, Shells, I think you're talking about when you just said about like how long does he have left and that. I feel like for me, if it was down to me, I'd give him another 10, man. I'd give him a 10-year contract and let him chill there, and you know what I mean, and just run it like that, innit? Because I feel like me personally, like I said, it's very refreshing and nice to hear you speak the truth about Man United and what's really going on, instead of just gaslighting or just being naive in any situation. You're kind of being real. But obviously, you're coming from a Man United supporter of, you've been there through the good, the bad, and the ugly. So man can't kind of gaslight you or tell you what your standards are when you've seen the great Man United. So but yeah, man,
I'm not even asking for the great Man United. I just want, give me a goal, fam. Give me a goal at this point. I'll take a goal, fam.
100%. I get it. And as I always say this to Mike, it's like I start with these episodes, I never mean for them to go on for so long, but the man them just start talking and all of a sudden, boom, you've been on here for a whole hour and you're like rotted. It just goes mad quick. So before I end it, yeah, what I want to ask the man them and say to the man them is, where can they find you, man? And what is it that the man them do, man? Obviously, Mike, you go first, man. Let them know where they can find you and let them know what is that you do as well, broski, man.
Twin Breaks _ Max, all socials, Insta, Twitter, TikTok. Mainly deal with like the cards, the trading cards and that. Wait, I got one more. Yeah. So yeah, like all the rookie cards and that.
All right.
Sackers, I got Sackers, I got loads of different bits, and then obviously with the football, so they interlink with each other, value wise, show everything like how they increase in value depending on how they're doing, bits and bobs, man. Yeah, man. So get at me on them, man.
That's sick, Mike. And like I say to you as well, man, like for me, I don't really know too much about the cards, but definitely keep pushing it, man. And keep, even like I said, you should even make a YouTube, man, and just push it and just do the cards. Because them cards, once you get into them, I'm sure there's some
some
change to the shop.
Yeah, like for example, like one of the guys who comes in the shop and that he opened a about £600 box. The car, it was the Yamal, just sold for 140 bags.
Huh?
What?
So
I'm in a profession, bro.
Wait there. For example, I'll show you quickly in it. Quick things.
This is what I'm trying to say, Mike. So you need to really push that, man, and educate the people, because
yes,
you know what I mean. I'm seeing all them forex guys.
Don't worry about educating the people. Educate me. Like, for 140 bags, I want the education. What?
Yeah, where is it? Yeah, look, man. Don't know if you can see it, but like it's gonna. But that was a bid that it had on it, and that was at 90k. It was just literally your mouth 101. That was at 90,000.
I'm so spun, you know. Like
this is what I'm trying to say, man. So Mike, what you need to do, is obviously from like I said, man. Obviously, you got the TikTok going on, you got the Twitter and that. But just like I said, even when you have time and that, man, just try and just put some content together.
Yeah,
the cards are sick, man. Like I said, not many people know about them, innit? But
man. Sick.
But yeah, Matt, man, where can they find you and what is it that you do, my bro, man?
Back of the Net podcast, Twitter, winding people up. I'm always there. Instagram, I'm trying to more on the TikTok as well. But yeah, this season, Premier League content. I've got some good things coming. Got something, fingers crossed, it's happening. But I've got a show coming up with someone soon. It is quite decent. But yeah, once it confirmed, I'll obviously let people know. But listen, come find me. Ashctizzy on TikTok all the time. I'm always posting something random. You know what I mean? But listen, come show some love, follow, share all of that.
Do you do the podcast by yourself, or do you have a brother you do it with?
No, so I do like. I've been away last 2 weeks. I was in Thailand, didn't it? But before that,
I'm going next week. Next what 9th, the 9th of November.
We'll talk about that off camera. But no, so I do the like reviews by myself, but then I do like FPL stuff by myself. But when I'm doing like bigger ones, like more, you know, when you got like more big games, I do like try and get the fans of them teams involved. You know what I mean? It's a lot better. And listen, West Ham fans are always good to get on because you get good traction with a West Ham fan, 100%. So yeah, just do different fans. And as the season goes on, I want to branch into another sport, you know. I'm trying to push back the net from not just football. And it might sound random, but I'm looking at tennis, you know, because I'm a big tennis guy. So I want to kind of branch into that and then have, you know, football and tennis as one.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
If you're into tennis, I've got a product for you, bro. Carlos Alcaraz, yeah? If you pull his card, the 101.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to talk about something. Don't tell anyone else about
spilling beans. I opened it up by accident. My bad. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no, Matt, man, that's big, man. Definitely. And definitely make sure keep me posted on that, man.
No, definitely.
Sick, man.
For sure, man.
But yeah, Michelle's, man. The baller, man.
Yeah, man. Obviously, on match day shows on my United channel, but I've got my own podcast as well. My boy Hans, Motion with Sports. We do a Premier League roundup basically on my podcast, reviewing all the games. On my own channel, I react to United games and I do a couple match previews. I've been trying to get on. I'm all on all the social media platforms. I've spoken to Ash and that, man, trying to be on the TikTok thing because I feel like you get most traction there. And you can make a little movement in there. So I've been doing my thing there. But yeah, that's really what I do. So just stay locked in, man. And also in terms of Matt, we do NBA on our thing as well. NBA, I love basketball, innit? I got into basketball around 18. So I'm 28 now, 10 years in.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a gap in the market in terms of the UK thing. If anyone interested in basketball, I know my boy does NFL as well. So yeah, we're trying to tap into just a range of different sports, man. Do you know what I mean?
I love that.
All right, shout me for NBA and NFL, innit? Because I've got some good ones.
Yeah, like I said, off camera, you got
off camera, not on camera.
Off camera, the collab, man. But listen to this though, man. Yes, it's a pleasure as always, man. And obviously, Max, you're a regular on here anyway, but Shells and Matt, man, I've been trying to get both of you on for weeks, man. So it's a pleasure.
It's been hard. Me, you've been back and forth, bro. Bare voice notes and that, man.
100%, man. No, bro, it gets like that, and I understand. Like I said, certain times I say a time, and then things change, or you, and it gets like that, innit? But like I said, as long as we communicate that with each other, man, all is good, man. But it's always a pleasure to have the man, and definitely, man, I definitely want to get you, man, on whenever you can, man. Whenever you can come on, man.
Sure. Thanks for having us on, man.
Honestly, yeah, man. Thank you,
man.
for having us, man. That's dope. And obviously, I know Max now. It's good to see him. We went flipping primary school together, bro.
I brought them back.
Yeah, he brought them back. So I'm gonna make sure I follow everyone here, and then hopefully we can build a relationship and just start putting out. We all want the same thing, innit? Just content. So that's the main thing.
Facts, man.
Thanks for having us, man. I really appreciate that, man.
Big facts, man. No, definitely, man. And like I said, yeah, man, we're gonna keep this moving. Obviously, episode 6, football chit chat show. Mandem, I'm sure you'll see these Mandem on here again, man. So yeah, Mandem, love for coming on. We'll catch you, man, in a bit.
Peace.